It's going to be well, I thought Lydon was going to have a drop goal, but that's a brilliant up and under, but it's going to go straight out. It was high enough, but it was just a little bit too far from Joe Lydon. Grimmer comes onto it, doesn't really make any headway. I think we'll be looking for a big final 10 minutes from Grimmer. He plays the ball to himself there and makes another 5 yards. Quick thinking, Grimmer. And now Mackenzie goes by himself, looks for Hume, just can't get it out. Holiday, Richard Ayres, good run from Ayres. He's well tackled by the Wigan defenders. So now can Widnes pull something out in the dying 10 minutes of the game? Holiday sidesteps twice, doesn't go anywhere, gets it to Hume. Hume gives it to Myler. Myler slips it out again to Hume. That's a good ball from Hume. Kurt Sorensen took that one well. I don't think he would be too happy with receiving that ball with a Wigan player on his back. But Widnes have got to try and keep the ball moving. Holiday puts in a high one. Takes chasing it. Hampson takes it well, but well tackled by David Hume. Well, Hampson seems to go in head first there as Tate went in, and then he falls on the ground, and Alan Tate's being called over. I think Hampson butted Alan Tate there as he took the ball, but really Tate shouldn't have retaliated, because this could be costly for Widnes. Referee having a word with Tony Myler, sent Alan Tate away. Touch judge is on, he's waiting for Steve Hampson to get up, he's stopped the clock. I wonder if Mr. Allen's going to have a word with Steve Hampson for the butting offence. He is calling Steve Hampson over to him. Mr. Haig with the red flag has had a word with Mr. Allett, and he's showing the yellow card to Steve Hampson, and he's showing the yellow card to Alan Tate. Well, that's a very good decision there from Mr. Allett, and it's a penalty to Widnes. And I think the touch judge there, Mr. Haig, deserves commendable applause for coming on and getting involved in that. He obviously spotted the first offence, and I think it's fair that both players get sent off. Hampson for the initial foul, and then Alan Tate, well, was silly to retaliate really. Justifiably finds himself in the sin bin. But Widnes now with a chance to go 2 points clear, because the resulting penalty is under the sticks, and Jonathan Davis should put this one over. So Jonathan Davis steps up. Can he put Widnes in the lead? He does. It's 18 points to 16 for Widnes. And I think there's going to be some changes in the Widnes formation now, John.
I think Tony Myler's gone to full-back just to cover the sin binning of Alan Tate. That was a bad mistake there by Steve Hampson. I've seen him do a few silly tricks like that before, and he's just given away a very important lead at a very important time of the match. 10 minutes to go. Wigan are under the cosh now.
Yes, silly mistake from Steve Hampson. To put Wigan, as John says, under the cosh, 2 points down. But in this game anything can happen, because both sides are capable of scoring from anywhere. And Coloto does a stormy run. He brushes off Sean Edwards and went for the gap, making 25 yards for Widnes. And now Tony Myler comes into it. Jonathan Davis seems to be in the full-back position when Widnes are in possession. Has played full-back, of course, for Widnes. on a number of occasions when first joining the club, and Joe Lydon's gone into the full-back position for Wigan, and of course he's another tried and tested full-back. But as I speak, Joe Grimmer tries to slip the ball out there, and Wigan come up in possession. Well, I don't think Widnes should be trying to slip balls out like that. They need to hang on to possession for the last 10 minutes, and if they can keep Wigan out for 10 minutes, then that's all they want to do, because this score will suit them fine. But at the moment it's Wigan in possession. Gregory is organising his attack, slips it inside, a great ball from Gregory, and now is Davis equal to the task. That was a good ball inside from Dennis Bett. Sean Edwards was on his shoulder, but well covered by Courier and Darren Wright. But now it's Wigan on the attack. Gregory again's come into the play, and this time it's a long ball out, well taken by Jed Byrne. Last tackle for Wigan. Golding, what's he going to do? He's not going to take it again from Widnes as he did in the league match. Well, Widnes fans have got sad memories of Bobby Golding stealing the game in the last seconds of the vital league match last season at Norton Park. I thought for 1 minute he was going to do it again with a little chip over. The Widnes hand just knocks the ball into dead, but it's a drop out. Courier's took a knock in that incident. So the ball goes this time straight to Goodway. Goodway drives it in. Golding behind the play of the ball, gives it to Gildart. Wigan going to drive it in, a few one-man runs. This time it's Golding to Platt, a storming run from Platt. Tony Myler just manages to hang on and cover the ball. But Widnes now really under pressure, still in their own 22. Gregory, Edwards, inside, that's a great ball from Edwards to Skerritt. Kelvin Skerritt's gone past Coloto. A great tackle from David Hume, a try-saving tackle. Golding moves it out again, Gregory takes it back, and Gregory's going to go on his own. Gets it out to Platt, the ball's not back. Preston takes on the Widnes cover, but Jonathan Davis is equal to the task. Last tackle again, and this time it's a cross kick, and Courier's got to take this one, and he doesn't. And Courier misses it. But I think Courier knocked that one out. Tony Myler's asking, wasn't Courier obstructed? Mr. Allett doesn't agree. John Widnes now under pressure.
Yeah, another marvellous kick there by Andy Gregory. Tremendous ball. Andy Courier was in all kinds of trouble, but fortunately it just went out of play for Widnes. Andy Goodway now with the ball. Andy Goodway is a danger man now. This is where you'd have a run at. It's going up the... Very good run by Andy Goodway.
Great run by Andy Goodway, but a great tackle by Martin Offia. He seems to have injured himself in that tackle. And the cover coming across as well for Widnes, with Phil McKenzie and Joe Grimmer assisting in that tackle, a crucial tackle. The Widnes wingers taking a knock in that. I think both sides will be glad to see the fullbacks come back onto the pitch. I think that should take place just before the full-time hooter. The ball goes in, I'd fire. Well, Widnes now want to keep possession. McKenzie takes it in, he just wants to drive it in and make some ground. Great running that from Phil McKenzie. Now David Hume to take it in. Widnes just looking to settle the ball down now for a few tackles. They don't really want to be too flashy. Holiday comes in, he holds the ball up in one hand, he gives it to Tony Myler. Myler stands up in the tackle again. McKenzie behind the ball, he takes it again, a good play from Phil McKenzie. A great ball out to Kurt Sorensen. Sorensen gives it back to Myler. Myler's looking for the long ball out. Well taken by Andy Courier. He's got Darren Wright with him. Now this is where Widnes should settle it down. Coloto, hang on to it, just drive it in. But an excellent move there from Widnes. The ball going through 6 pairs of hands. And this time Courier goes himself, tips it over Jed Byrne's head. It just goes into touch now, and it did touch Jed Byrne just before it went into touch. I think, well, I thought it touched him after it went into touch. The linesman is making a signal to the referee. It's Wigan to feed the ball. Widnes without a full back at the moment. There's nobody in the full back position for Widnes. Dennis Betts drives it in, he's still going. Betts breaking through 2 tackles there, he gets through David Hume. Darren Wright brings him down, assisted by Joe Grimmer. Wigan and holding down, Joe Grimmer penalised for holding down. But John, it's got to be said, Wigan looking very strong at the moment.
Yeah, their back row is starting to run a few holes in the Widnes defence, and that was another silly penalty. Joe Grimmer holding somebody down, Dennis Betts, and now they're in their own 25 and under pressure.
Yes, from the halfway line, Wigan have gone right up into the Widnes half, up to the Widnes 22-metre line. There can't be more than a few minutes left in this one, and surely the fans at Norton Park aren't going to see this one pinched in the last minute. That's not to take credit away from Widnes, because I think both sides have performed excellently, and really it would be whoever wins, it could be said to be a fair result. But certainly for the Norton Park fans, don't want to see this, but they are going to see it. He's done it again, it's that little man Andy Currier. That's a disaster for Widnes. Well, I can't really describe what happened there. Famous last words from me, just as I was saying on the stroke of full time that Widnes didn't want to see it snatched away. Wigan have seemed to have done it again, the old enemy, and it's that little man Andy Currier. He seemed to run himself into a no-win situation with nowhere to go, but the Widnes tackling just didn't do anything and let him go, and he scored out of nothing.
Andy Gregory magic again. I think he's just penciled his name in for the first test match at Wembley, and he gave another dummy again. That's 2 dummies, now 2 tries. Not good enough by the Widnes defence.
And Joe Lydon pops it over without any difficulty whatsoever, and I think that the Hoos is going to go any second. So a disaster for Widnes. It's not the first time that that's happened against Wigan, and the fans at Norton Park, well, what can you say? They've been there before. It's a great kick from Davis. Widnes looking to get possession back from it, and they do, and it goes to Martin Afire. And now can Afire do something? He's got nowhere to go. Richard Earls trying to get the ball out. Widnes now desperately looking to steal this one again. The ball moves to the left with Hume. It goes to Afire again. He's got to keep away from touch. Widnes 4 points behind. With minutes to go, they've got to score a try. It's got to be a try under the sticks. Kurt Sorensen's going, but he's on his own. Holiday, what can Holiday do? He slips it back to Myler. Myler picks it up, there's a gap there. Myler keeps going. Myler well taken by David Hume. There's nowhere to go. Richard Earls runs for the gap, but the Wigan defence is moving up well. Now can Widnes reform and put something on here? Well, it's a penalty to Widnes, but the goal kick at this stage is not worth nothing at all. Tony Myler takes it, gives it to Sorensen. Sorensen tries to barge through, he nearly makes it, but he's tackled by the Wigan cover. Now Widnes lining up on both sides of the play. Myler dummies, he nearly got through himself. He's just brought down by Andy Goodway on the line. Mackenzie behind the play of the ball. Holiday to Sorensen, he slips it up, and Rich Davis hit the corner. Does he give it? He has given it. What a superb score. Well, that came from nothing, and the tables have been turned. A brilliant ball. Phil Mackenzie took it from the play of the ball. He got the ball out. He went to Kurt Sorensen. Sorensen went for the line himself, and he just flicked it up, a superb flick up from the tongue, and he's got a hatful of those little flicks, and he pulled it out of the bag, and there was that man again, Jonathan Davis. What a superb start to the season he's had, and Jonathan Davis has levelled the scores. Well, I personally hope that Davis kicks this one, because I don't think I could live through all this again on Wednesday night at Central Park. It's been Widnes, then it's been Wigan, then it was Wigan again, and then it's Widnes. At the last ditch, can Jonathan Davis do it? He's done it before for Widnes. He steadies himself. He looks at the ball. He takes his short run up, he comes round it, it's long enough, it's high enough, and it's over! What a brilliant kick from Jonathan Davis! A superb kick. The little Welshman is now going to be a hero in this town forever and ever. That was an unbelievable kick from Jonathan Davis, right on the touchline. the dying seconds with everything on that kick, and the man is up to pressure. But Davis isn't in the Great Britain squad now after this performance, nobody will be. So it's Widnes 24, Wigan 22. John, what do you think?
Well, Dougie was criticising a few quarters for signing rugby union converts, but that's what it's all about. Winning matches, winning games, big games, pressure games, and Jonathan Davis has come up with the goods. Widnes have come up with the goods once more. That's why they're so excitable to watch. The fans will come every week to watch this kind of play.
And a good play there from Mackenzie, and he's still going, taking the ball from acting half, and now Widnes looking to mount something else here. Well, surely, well, I was just about to say, surely they should be settling the ball down. A little bit ambitious there. There's still time for Wigan to pull one back in this. The way this game's gone, anything could happen. And Kelvin Skerritt now comes back into the game. It's still all to play for here. Widnes fans, Alan Tate now back in the full back position incidentally. It's a long ball out and Hampson comes into the line, chips it over. He takes it again, but he's well taken by David Hume. And now Wigan running the ball in. Sean Edwards runs at Coloto, a super tackle from Mimosi Coloto. It's the last tackle and I've got a feeling here, something tells me that Gregory's going to put an up and under in. And he does now. Alan Tate's got to take this one. What a brilliant take from the Scottish fullback. That's why he's the best fullback in England at the moment. And he's still going, and he's looking for the fire. And it's a great ball to a fire, but a great tackle as well from Mark Preston on Martin the Fire. But what a superb finish by Widnes. Just when it looked as if they were dead, just when it looked as if they were all over, they came back from the dead, and now they're looking to put another nail in a Wigan coffin. Not content with being ahead, they're still looking to score. The scoreboard has just flashed up. Well, he's had some critics. Some people told him to hang up his boots, but I think they've had their answer, because today's man of the match has been the Widnes number 8, Kurt Sorensen, and that's official. And what a great day Kurt Sorensen's had. What a time for him to do it. Widnes still looking to score. Mimosi Coloto, he's had a super game as well. It's the last tackle. Les Holliday's going to put a drop goal in. It doesn't make it. It goes to Hampson. And now Wigan have got space on the right hand side with a great tackle from Jonathan Davis. Locks up Steve Hampson. Well, the touch judge has come on the far side for the late tackle on Andy Gregory by Kurt Sorensen. And the touch judge, in fact both touch judges now come onto the pitch.
Just going back to Kurt Sorensen's display, absolutely brilliant display by Kurt. He's led by example. Say he can only play for 40 minutes these days. Well, the second 40 minutes he's just played is the best I've ever seen him play.
This must be one of the hardest matches that he's played in. And as John said, he's led by example. He's been superb and he's still in there now going strong. If he's supposed to be 34 years old, well, he certainly doesn't look it. He's still going after 80 minutes. He's running, he's tackling, and he's leading this side on. He's got a desire to win this game. He's got a desire to win the Lancashire Cup. The Widnes fans now whistling for the hooter. Wigan trying to pull it out of the bag again in the last seconds. The ball just tied up there. Are we going to see another seesaw finish? Will we see Wigan come back from the dead? Gregory certainly wants us to do that. He tips it on. Hume tries to take it. It's not back to Tate. Well picked up by Alan Tate. Widnes now must surely settle this ball down. John, if you were the coach here, what would you be wanting Widnes to do?
Just count the ball down, drive it in, 4 tackles, bang it down the field. It's hard to run 90 yards at the end of a big game like this.
I think there's a saying in rugby league, stick it up the jumper, and that's what Widnes will be looking to do now. Just put the ball up the jumper, keep tight hold, and on the last tackle just put it right down onto the Wigan line and tackle them in their own half. David Hume takes the ball from the acting half-back. A tremendous battle today between David Hume and Andy Gregory. Mackenzie now takes it from the half-back. This is good play from the Widnes half-backs. Mackenzie just tried to slip it out to Richard Ers. Ers just couldn't hang on to it. His arm was grabbed as he tried to take it, and now Wigan come back into it. The ball comes out to Goodway, and Wigan have got an overlap on this hand left-hand side. Hampson slips it inside to Byrne, but Byrne can't hang on to it. It's a knock-on. Unfortunate there, because Jed Burns had a good game for Wigan. He's tried to do something and come into the match. Phil McKenzie for Widnes is on the floor clutching his leg. Over on the far side, that should hold the scrum up. Took a knock, I think, in that break. And John Mooney is making a substitution for Wigan. He's taking Kelvin Skerritt off the pitch. And young Mike Forshaw, who had a very impressive game when he played at Swansea for Wigan as substitute. Mike Forshaw is coming into the fray. The referee stops the match. Well, he stopped the match. Yes, Kelvin Skerritt's going off. So a last-ditch effort by John Mooney to pull something out of the bag for Wigan, a pair of fresh legs. Well, foot up against Phil McKenzie before the ball went into the scrum. So Widnes concede a penalty. He puts it right down into the Widnes half, just short of the 22-metre line. The Widnes fans whistling for the final hooter. It can't be long off now. Wigan move the ball out to the right. Dennis Betts comes in. He's had a big game for Wigan. He's put his name down as a test contender. And there is the final whistle. Wigan have come one up again on the old enemies Wigan. What a superb game here at Norton Park. What a way to start the season. It had all the atmosphere of a cup competition. It certainly had all the thrills and spills of a cup competition. A superb second half from both sides. Widnes took an early lead, and in fact we're leading at half-time, 14 points to 8. Tries from Martin Afire and John Devereux, and 3 goals from Jonathan Davis. Wigan scores coming from Goodway and goals from Joe Lydon. Then in the second half, well, we had scores from Bell and penalties from Joe Lydon again to make Wigan went ahead 18 points to 6 in the, 22 points to 18 in the dying seconds. But then Widnes came back with a great score from Jonathan Davis to pinch it in, well, with 5 minutes to go and go on into the third round of the Greenhalghs Lancashire Cup. The next round is on September the 12th. So the final score here at Norton Park, Widnes 24, Wigan 22.
Halfback to take those passes rather than a forward in a similar situation. Halfback not quite under the permanent pressure forwards are. We'll get to Cornella.
Yeah, offside play again, and the quick tap taken by Neville. Trying to thread his way through, gets to within 10 metres of the line. Perfect opportunity now for the Steelers. Piccinelli. On it goes to Morris. He charges at the line, very close to it.
We'll get over now. We'll have a good last 10 minutes.
Delaney. A long cutout pass for Curry. Curry stepping, getting a pass back inside beautifully to Fritz. Dale Fritz in to score. Pretty smart work from the Steelers.
Yes, this was a good try. It's the switch of direction that's a good one. There's Curry. He takes the tackle and forces the pass back on the inside. There was a little trip at the end of that too by a Canberra player.
Brent Todd is the man, right?
Yes, Brent Todd, I think, might have been the man, but there was the nice bit of footwork, very clever footwork, and the lovely pass in there, and Brent Todd doing his level best to stop him from scoring with a trip. It could have been maybe an 8-point try.
Bouchard's conversion attempt is a horror. Was never going to get there from the moment I left his boot. It was a horror to the left. Score remains 20-8. Canberra over Illawarra.
Neville.
Well taken.
Well taken by Moon. Away for Skiffeletti. He keeps it alive for Russell. Inside the quarter line, support from David Moon. Good backing up from Young, but he puts it down. So the Raiders are slowing.
Yes, this was a good one here. Russell got the pass away nicely there to, was it Neville? And anyway, the pass went to ground and Canberra back in line, but it's getting a little bit hairy for them at the moment. They're not putting the effort in they were earlier on. They're coasting.
Well, Young was a man who just couldn't hang on to it. Lazarus. And this is their first real hit out, the Raiders. Maybe they're just a little bit short. Last tackle against them. Belcher. The step, just gets his kick in. Not as confident as they were earlier. Delaney. Out for Moon.
Tell you what, Delaney's having a good game.
Busy little player. Wishart is infield looking for the football, and a nice gap for him. He was taken low by Stewart. Starting to get a bit of a smell of it now. The Steelers, Morrissey. Skiffeletti once more up the middle. He's got Morrissey. He ran away from him, but he still manages to find Barton. Canberra hanging back. They are standing off tackles. Delaney away for Russell. A converted try will bring everybody to their feet. The crowd will wake up this Canberra side. Well, that was incredible from Delaney. He showed it about 3 times before he eventually threw it behind Neville.
Yes, this was a case of overdoing it. There was one, the second dummy, and the pass went down. O'Sullivan was able to fall on it easily.
Walters. Johnny Ferguson in a dummy half. Forwards do need a bit of a spell. He enables them at least one tackle off. Daly. Taps it, just goes straight ahead, shows it. The ball was charged down, should be 6 more. He says that they didn't play at it. O'Sullivan looking for touch. And he finds it. So he rules that that ball was touched, did he? And that Canberra may still have the feed here. Illawarra to come up with it.
Towards the final 5 minutes or so of this game.